Well, welcome to a very spontaneous episode of The Cool Kitchen. We're here on the island of Jersey and this is a foraging episode. So we're foraging all kinds of ingredients for our meal. And this is the first one. These are Jersey royal potatoes. They're great. So we're gonna pick a few.
Woo!
Really beautiful. And these will make a very nice addition to our foraging gnocchis.
Yay! Gnocchi!
And here's our second ingredient for our very special dish. It's nettles. And nettles are really great for foraging. You know, everybody knows nettles are easy to recognize and they're very good in spring. You really want to try to get the fresh growth from the nettles. If you want to see here, you really only want to sort of grab the first 5 to 6 leaves, and if you don't have any gloves, you can just use a bag like this and then put it into another bag. And these are such fantastic greens, they really are amazing. Some people eat them raw, but they're really good for, you know, used like spinach and just cooked, so we're gonna do that. So here's our third ingredient. It's wild leeks. A lot of people mistake them for wild garlic, but they are really similar, to be honest. I'm gonna pick one of these stems to show you. So all the flowers come out on the top and they look a bit like white bluebells, but unlike white bluebells, they just come out of one bunch at the top. And they also have a really strong smell of garlic and leek, so that's also, you know, how you can tell. And they have a triangular sort of stem. So whenever you're foraging, do know your plants and know what you're looking for. Just don't pick any stuff and eat it because you could poison yourself. But this is really tasty stuff, and you can also dig out the roots and they're really tasty. But we're just going to take these stems as a garnish and also the flowers. So here's our mashed potato. I just cooked and mashed it, really easy and quick. And this is your base for your gnocchi, and this is really important. You do want to have potatoes, you know, in your gnocchi, and it makes it taste a lot nicer if you have good potatoes. And these are excellent. These are Jersey Royals, so fantastic.
That we foraged.
That we foraged indeed. And all you really need to do is to bind this and to make a dough out of it to make your gnocchis. So for about this amount, it's not that much. I don't really know how much it is. This is a really spontaneous thing. But gnocchis is great for that. It's really forgiving, you know, dough. But for this amount, I'm using 2 eggs. So I'm just going to put them in. And then I'm going to mix them with a fork. I always find using a fork for dough is quite nice. Because, you know, it's a bit rough and bready and all, but it does the job. And for this it's just perfect. And you don't want to get your hands really dirty. Or at least I don't. So you do that as much as you can. Actually, I'm treating this dough a bit like I would treat a bread dough. And now it's quite wet. So all you really need to do, and again I have no measurements, I'm just going to add flour as I need it. I'm going to start off with a bit. And I just wanted to bind it really until it reaches the consistency of a dough that is workable and that I can use to make gnocchis. So once your dough comes into sort of a ball, it means that it's pretty much ready. This has come together and it's still a bit wet, but this is the point where you can use your hands. So it's really very much, you know, like making sort of a bread dough. So you just flour it well, and then you can take it out onto a work surface. There we go. And what we'll do now is we'll take bunches of this dough, and with a lot of flour, we'll try to, well, first shape it into sort of balls. And then we'll try to roll it out into sort of snakes. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but you sort of want an equal thickness. There we go. And now you can cut it. So to cut it, just take a knife, easy peasy, and then you can make, well, bigger or smaller pieces. This is about sort of a good size. And then after that we'll roll it in some flour so it won't stick. So here we have our wild leeks, and this is really going to be a very important part of our sauce for gnocchi. So we're cutting the stems here, and we're going to sweat those with some butter and some oil in a pan. So just cutting them up, not too finely, but finely enough. I'm keeping the flowers for later. Yeah, so we're going to sweat these in some butter and some oil. There we go. And so we just add that to our pan. And we'll just cook that on medium heat for 5 to 10 minutes. And now it's time to add our nettles. They're washed and everything, and I tried to take out as much stock as I could, because you really only want the leaves, the tender part, and we're not really going to boil these, we're just going to sweat these in the pan. So you're just going to add these, there we go, to your wild leeks and your butter. And then put a lid on and wait for it to wilt down a bit, and then after 5 or 10 minutes we'll get back to it. As you can see, our nettles have wilted down. So now I'm just going to add our cream. Now this is really good Jersey double cream. So everything is as local as possible and super tasty. This is going to taste delicious. I'm just going to mix it a bit. I'm just going to mix this a bit and let it cook away for another 10 minutes just to reduce it, and then after that we're going to add some cheese. We're adding some Parmigiano cheese into our sauce, and it will make a beautiful creamy cheesy sauce. Absolutely amazing. Just mix it a bit, and then I will turn off the heat and I'll let it rest for a bit. Ooh, looks good.
Mmm, delicious.
And now we've got our water boiling, so put in your gnocchi. Whoops.
With salt.
With salt, of course. And they only really need a few minutes, really, until they sort of start swimming. Try to get them around a bit. There we go. And if you move them around a bit, they won't stick too much. But it doesn't matter, because they will taste superb. And then we'll just leave them in there for 2 minutes, and that should be perfect. Here's the last detail for our sauce. It's a really rich sauce, and I love putting a bit of lemon into it. So, just a bit of lemon juice will make it quite refreshing. It will still be super rich and cheesy and yum, but it will make it a bit fresh, you know, and it will also bring out the flavour and the nettles and everything else, even in the cheese. So that looks amazing. So these bad boys are ready, and we're just going to drain them. Whew. And while they're still hot, we'll put them in our lovely nettle and wild leek cheese sauce. Yummo! Whew. I forgot one, baby. Yeah, and just, ooh, look at that, look at that. So good. It's, ooh, cheesy, it's creamy, it's delicious.
That looks amazing.
with beautiful foraged ingredients.
Yay! Foraging in Jersey.
And as a final touch, we'll use these really beautiful little flowers, wild leek flowers, and we'll put them on top. Just scatter them about. They have a lovely, lovely sort of leeky, garlicky flavour. And just really showcases, you know, your special ingredients, that you went through the bother to, you know, collect and to forage these wild ingredients. And just makes it look that much more special.
Yummy.
There you go. Bon appetit.
Very good.
On the radio they keep calling him Soldier Prince.
Now I'm going to try it. Thumbs up from me. Delicious. Make me some more, Hendrik.
No problem.
Really sexy. Soldier Prince, get on this.